Alright, so the first thing you need to do to have good aim is to make sure you have the right settings. So, like I said before, I said this in my movement video, make sure you have the jumping button and the looking button in separate spots. I know I played tactical. When I jump shotted and looked to the right, my two fingers were right next to each other and that messed up my shot a lot. So when I switched to bumper jumper, when I press LT to jump and this to move, to look around, it was a lot better. So I highly recommend this, especially for aiming. Invert look doesn't really matter. I have this enabled. I always play with invert look, but it's just personal preference. Dead zone, make sure you have it at 0, because look, represents the inner range in which stick input will not be registered. So it will not be registered the more you turn this up. So if you turn it all the way down, your stick's going to be highly reactive and you can react to everything. So definitely want to have this at 0. Even if you have stick drift, I have stick drift all the time. Have it at 0. It's amazing. Sensitivity. The lower you put this, the higher your aim is going to stick to people. So I have it at 9. I played 10-10. 9-9, I've been trying it out and it feels like really comfortable. So I've just been playing 9-9. But I would say have it around this range. Don't go too high, like 15 or higher. I think that's really unnecessary and it messes up your aim a lot. ADS sensitivity multiplier. This is the same thing I said right here. Make sure you have it lower instead of higher. I really like 0.75. It feels really comfortable for me, but playing on like 0.85 and 9 is also amazing. So the lower you have it, the more aim assist you're gonna have. So make sure it's definitely low. High ADS, it doesn't really matter that much because if you're sniping, you only need to hit one shot. So as long as you hit that shot, it's amazing. So just make sure that it's not too high or too low. You kind of want it in the middle. It's definitely different than this one though. Aim response curve, make sure you have on dynamic. Do not play on standard or linear. There's some people tell me that linear is good. They said they like it. I tried it before. I couldn't snap onto people, multiple targets like I can with dynamic, so I don't play linear. But I highly recommend dynamic. Make sure you have controller vibration off, and it's a little bit more stressful when you play because it's just like vibrating and everything. I played with vibration for years, and then I recently turned it off, and my aim improved dramatically. So I definitely know from experience you need to have this off. Aim assist standard. Do not play on precision and focusing. I tried it. It's not good. Please play standard. If you play without aim assist, you are a weirdo. I do not know what you're doing with your life. It's literally free kills. Aim assist. It's gonna help you with your aim. I don't know why you don't want that. I have aim assist with FOV enabled. This is for PC players. If you look on the right here, this is a lot smaller and this is a lot bigger. I think if you have it enabled, it rescales according to FOV. So I have 120 FOV. I think it would be a lot easier for me to aim on people. But I don't know too much about this, so I could be wrong. But I have it enabled. So, and then everything else is meh. Field of view I think is really important with aiming too. I definitely recommend maxing it out. I remember when I first switched to PC, it was really hard for me to adjust to 120 because I was used to, I think it's 80 on console. So if you have it out, your recoil control is phenomenal. And you can see like everything. So make sure you have this. This definitely helps with your aim. Sorry, console players. And ADS field of view, make sure you have on infected. I think the default is independent. You know, when you play independent, like zooms in at the whole thing. So it's really hard when you track people, especially if you're fighting close quarters and I zoom in. You can easily just jump around me and destroy me. So make sure you have it on affected. Also, one more thing I want to say is that make sure you play with the wired controller. I know from experience wired controllers have 0 input delay, so I'm able to literally react whenever I want to. It's extraordinary. So make sure you have a wired controller, or if you have a PS5 controller. PS5 controllers also have 0 input delay. So if you don't have that, I'm playing on an Xbox Elite Series 2, and I just use the charger to make the controller wired. So please make sure you're playing on a wired controller. It makes a huge difference. Huge difference. So one of the first things I want to say about aiming is called centering. So centering is pretty much lining up your shot before you see the person. So let's just say, you know, someone's right here. I think I said this in my last video too. What I do with movement. You want to predict where the enemy's at. So I'm predicting there to be a guy right here. I don't know if he's there or not, but I guess that's just a common spot. So I'm predicting he's right there. I'm just making sure my shot is lined up and ready to shoot at the guy. And then you can practice it over and over, just going like I'm doing now. Just practice lining up. Maybe I want to think there's a guy here. I'm standing right here. Really important. I've seen a ton of people, you know, just walk out like here, running like there's no tomorrow, all over here, and they can just get shot from every single possible direction. You got to keep in mind that, you know, people are going to be camping, people are going to be waiting for you, they're going to hear your footsteps, and they're going to be ready to jump out. This is also another reason why people are like, see you, why do you have so many bot lobbies? You're destroying everybody. Now, centering, I'm telling you, this is one of the most underrated things about this game. If you know how to center, people can know exactly where you're coming from, and you can still kill them. If a guy is camping right here with a gun like this, waiting for me to jump out, and I know he's there, I could just center and just destroy him. So centering is huge. And make sure you center, guys. Another thing that's important when aiming is jump shotting. So jump shotting, it's more of like a movement thing, you know? You're just bunny hopping, and, oh, jump and shoot the person. But jump shotting actually really helps you with your aim. So if there's like a guy right here, and I just do a regular shoot at him, I'm aiming right at his body. If I aim at his head, there's a higher chance that I'm going to shoot over his head, I'm going to miss more shots, and he's going to destroy me. So if I aim straight at his body, I'm going to kill him, but if I jump while I'm shooting at his body, it's going to lock onto his head, and I'm going to get a lot more headshots. So make sure you're jump shotting, you know, bunny hopping around corners. Greatly improves your aim. And movement and aim go hand in hand. So if you know how to move well, the chances are you're going to know how to aim well. And those things are really important. So when I want to practice my aiming, I have a certain mode setup. So you go to game setup, you go mode, you go free for all. But I have a custom mode. I have practice, which I do to practice, and then I have pick, which is for thumbnails and stuff. So go to practice, the game rules. I have time limit unlimited, score unlimited, match start time 5 seconds because I want to load in right away. And then I have kill cam off because the enemy bots still have kill cams. So when you kill them, they still have like a few second delay before they spawn in. So if you turn this off, they spawn in instantly. So you can just get more kills in. Bots, put them on 11. Put them on recruit. Make sure you put them on recruit because it's not like, oh, I'm versing highly skilled bots, I want to get my aim bet now. We're just practicing our aim. We're not practicing the CDL or whatever. We're just practicing our aim here. So yeah, this is my normal routine. I don't practice every single day, only if I haven't played for a while or if I just suck at the game. I usually just keep practicing this, practicing my movement until I get a nuke. Once I get a nuke, I'm like, yeah, I think I had enough practice today.